What's up guys, Heavy here from Sack Squad. I'm going to show you my take on the Brawlers deck. If you guys don't know what they do, they're a control deck that allows you to hit multiple units at the same time. So let's get started. For my starter I use Lizard Soldier Seishin. He's a great starter, very old, but he's probably the most consistent in this deck. All you have to do is counterblast one, throw him into Soul when he boosts and hits, and you get to kill pretty much a starter. And killing a starter in this meta is very strong. For my trigger lineups, I use 4 draw because this deck doesn't have enough plus by itself, so you need the draws to fix your hand. I'd love to run 10, 12 crits, but you can't. So I do 8 crit, normal ratios, 4 heals, of course. For my grade 1s, you go 4 perfect guards, the unflippers, because you do run into problems, and unflipping is very important in this deck. We run the 2 chickens just to help get cards into your hand. You may run into problems because of Knuckle Buster, the Big Bang Knuckle Turbo. You may run out Soul, but at least you get to pick and choose when you use it. And if you really need a card, you always have that option. At worst, he's a 5k booster. I choose to run 4 Stride Fodder because this deck can't plus, and if you don't stride, you kind of lose tempo. So I don't really want to risk it, and right now there's not many grade 1s you can run, so why not just run Stride Fodder. For my last 3, I use Wild Clock. He's a 10k attacker when the Vanguard is a Brawler, and so it could, it just helps you rush or be able to attack with just this. And even on Conquest turns, he swings for 20k by himself. For my grade 2s, I run 12. We run 3 Big Bang Slash Buster, the mate to the Big Bang Knuckle Buster. He's an 11k attacker as long as you have a Big Bang Knuckle in the Vanguard. And for every unit that you hit, he gains 3,000. So on your Big Bang Turbo turns, he hits for huge numbers. The other mate is Big Bang Slash Dragon. Essentially the same thing, but he's not an 11k he's not at 11k. That's the only difference. That's why he's just a little bit weaker. My next one is Skyhaul Dragon. This is one of my favorite 2s. Counterblast one placed, and you could snipe a front rear guard. Very good for tempo and setting up your Conquest Dragon turns. My next one is Chatterup. He is one of the best grade 2s in the game. All he has to do is hit, counterblast 1. You get to bind a card from your opponent, and you draw. That's it. Regarding the grade 2 lineup, it was really hard to pick what I wanted for this lineup. So because this has some of the best, it could pretty much do everything. Draw, retire. So I just decided to run 3 of everything. In the future I might run 2 of these and then add 1 more of these. But yeah, right now it's pretty good. pretty consistent. Now let's go to the grade 3 lineup. The backup ride is this Big Bang Knuckle Dragon. His skill is you counterblast 2 brawlers, and you can attack the front row. This is the main ride, the good ride. Big Bang Knuckle Buster. His skill is you counterblast 1 and throw one of the grade 3s into your soul, and you can attack up to 4 units at the same time. So, if you throw this into soul or already have it in there, he's continuously a 1300. He's a cross ride. So keep that in mind. Now let's get to our stride zone. Of course, we run 2 Big Bang Knuckle Turbo. His skill is Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, and he can attack up to 3 units per heart. So let's say you are in Legion, and then you stride the next turn, you can hit the whole field. You could attack 6 units, because Legion counts as 2 hearts. Very good. I run 1 Madoo. Just in case it helps out if like you're in Legion, you stride to Madoo, you could grab a grade 3 from your G zone to stride, or do Big Bang Knuckle Buster's skill again the next turn, and if you're just going for straight control that game. 1 Zorus, probably the safest first stride. All he does is on hit you bind, and your opponent chooses a card to retire. Choose a rear guard to retire. Of course, the boss. This is your finisher. Conquest Supreme Dragon. Conquest Dragon. His skill is you flip one of him over, and you get to retire a front row. And for every front row rear guard that your opponent has empty, rear guard circle, your front row gets plus 5k. So, easy combo is if you're holding Sky Howl Dragon in your hand, you stride, call, counterblast 1, retire one of the front rows, flip one of these, and then you have a plus 10 to your front row. Very strong, very good finisher. Because with just this in the front row, he's already a 11, so plus 10, 21. That's 15k guard just for him by himself. No booster. Very strong. This was my take on the Brawler deck. If you guys want to see any other decks, just hit us up down in the comment section below. And until next time, guys. Peace.